Jack wanted to explore the dusty attic on a boring afternoon. Lily decided to follow her older brother up the wooden stairs. It was important to find something interesting in the dark room. They enjoyed looking at the strange old items together. Jack thanked Lily for pointing at a glowing golden box. Lily was good at finding hidden treasures in unusual places. The shiny box made them curious about the lock. Jack thought that the key was inside the old drawer. When they unlocked the box, a bright light covered the entire attic. The light was too strong for them to open their eyes. The siblings hoped to meet a friendly creature in this new world. A white rabbit planned to buy some sweet tea cookies at the market. The polite rabbit needed to clean his small vest before the party. The children chose to stay with the animal for a while. The rabbit finished talking and bowed to the children. A smart squirrel never gave up playing the trumpet beautifully. They stopped walking when they saw huge colorful roses. The enormous flowers kept smiling at the tiny guests. The massive roses did not mind opening their big red petals. The other rabbit avoided meeting new people in the crowded forest. It was fun to learn the secret language of the magical garden. Both Jack and Lily made friends with not only the rabbit but also the flowers. Yet, they struggled to find tiny teacups that disappeared. Each rule of the magical garden was followed by them. The game which they played with sweet acorns was fun. To eat glowing vegetables was a little too difficult. The blue mushrooms must not be touched. Making too many mistakes is a way to anger the spirits. The rabbit gave Lily a key which belonged to the old king. The rabbit gave a key which belonged to the old king to Lily. The friendly squirrel bought Jack a tiny compass for his long journey. The proud children showed them their old golden box from the attic. An old owl told them a scary story about the dark mountains. The wise bird taught them how to find sweet fruits in the forest. The forest postman sent them a message through a magical flying leaf. A polite badger passed them the salt during the wonderful outdoor feast. The curious children asked him a question about a gigantic golden castle. A tiny mouse wrote them a letter with colorful flower juice. A kind deer lent them its magical umbrella for the unexpected weather. Meanwhile, a giant made the soup tasty with magical herbs. They called the giant Bigfoot to avoid calling him a monster. Jack found the giant story true because of the magic box. The kind rabbit was keeping the forest safe for all the small animals. The squirrel left the door open for his friends to visit. Jack wanted the giant to help them return home. The wise owl told them to run away from the mountains. Lily asked the badger to help them reach the garden. The rabbit advised them to hide in the hollow tree. They expected the forest to be a safe place for playing. As soon as they arrived at the back door, the giant turned around. While the monster was sleeping on the sofa, they searched for the key. Since they left the main garden, many things had become dangerous. Wait until the giant stops snoring in the theater room. By the time they came to the hallway, the giant had woken up. Now that they were free from the cage, they had to find the exit. As the house was growing darker in the evening, their fear increased. Before the giant went out to search, they had to escape. After they finished their homework of solving the puzzle, the wall opened. They read books so that they could learn how to open the door. If the children found the magic key earlier, they would return home sooner. Unless they hurry through the narrow crack, the giant will catch them. Holding the old shield tightly, Jack blocked the falling rocks by himself. Even if the escape was hard, the siblings would never stop running. Exhausted from running, they needed a short break. In addition, they looked for a safe place where they could hide. As long as they stayed behind the curtain, the giant could not see them. If Jack knew the way, they would escape easily. In case the giant wakes up, they had prepared a small trap with marbles. Whether they liked it or not, they had to jump into the hole. At the same time, the frustrated monster roared as if it could break the stone wall. They had better stay in the shadows to avoid the giant. The escape key may be at home or in the giant's pocket. The rumor about the exit being closed forever cannot be true. The angry monster must be tired after chasing them for an hour. The siblings would like to ask the wind to carry them away. Lily didn't have to hurry since the giant had tripped over the marbles. The children ought to help each other to open the stone gate. Jack used to play tag with Lily in their grandfather's house. Would you mind opening the tiny hatch for the escape? The escape was as easy as their normal backyard games. However, the shadow was not as warm as the sunny garden nearby. Unfortunately, it was too cold for them to stay in the shade. Soon, the air was getting warmer and warmer as the giant got closer. Surrounded by the dark shadows, the glowing light was welcomed by the siblings. It was from one of the most popular escape routes. Suddenly, Jack started to run even faster than the giant. In fact, Jack was so fast that everyone felt safe. Have you ever had a running race with a giant? No one is as smart as Jack when solving magic puzzles. They looked forward to arriving at their warm, cozy home safely. The giant was busy preparing for his next big dinner. It was no use crying over the lost magic key now. They cannot help laughing right after waking up from the dream. On hearing the grandfather's gentle voice, the dream disappeared. They spent several hours reading adventure books in the attic. The old dusty box is worth keeping in the center of the room. The relieved siblings felt like going out to play under the sun. Jack made it a rule to explore one hidden corner every week. It goes without saying that the attic adventure was the most unforgettable memory. Since the children were brave, they overcame all the obstacles. The end. Thank you for reading with us. Created by Reading Tree 2026.